That itch isn't just your skin begging for a back scratch. It might be sending an SOS from your insides. Before you turn into a full-time monkey at a scratching convention, maybe it's time to find out what your skin's really trying to say. Yo, for real though, I got a homie. We'll call him Marcus. This dude was scratching so much at the gym, people thought he was practicing his dance moves for a TikTok. I'm talking full choreography. Scratch to the left, scratch to the right, now scratch your back all through the night. Bro was out here looking like he was auditioning for So You Think You Can Itch. The whole gym watching like, that's a 10 from me, dog. But yo, let's get serious for a second because this is actually fascinating. You know how your phone sends you notifications? Like, yo, your battery at 1%? Or, bro, update your apps? That's literally what itching is. It's your body's notification system. Scientists call it pruritus. I call it your skin being petty. But check this out. When your skin itches, it's not your skin cells throwing a tantrum. Nah. It's these special nerve fibers called C fibers. These little dudes are like the neighborhood watch of your body. They're always on patrol, and the second something suspicious happens, a mosquito lands, you brush against poison ivy, or your liver starts acting up, they start screaming to your brain. And you know what your brain does? Your brain's like, aight, scratch it. That's it. No investigation, no questions asked, just straight to scratching. Your brain is terrible at problem solving when it comes to itching, bro. It's like that friend who thinks every relationship problem can be solved by just talking to her. Like, nah, Marcus, some situations need more than talking. Now here's where it gets wild. You got two types of itching. There's the simple itch, like when a little bug lands on you or you accidentally touch your grandma's wool sweater from 1987. Scientists call that pruritoceptive itching. That's the chill itch. That's the itch that makes sense. But then you got the sneaky itch. The itch that ain't coming from your skin at all. It's coming from inside your body. That's called neuropathic or systemic itching. And that's the one we gotta talk about because that itch is a whole snitch. Real talk. One of the biggest reasons people be itching all over with no rash, no bug bites, nothing visible, it's their liver. Yo, let me tell you about my auntie. This woman was itching so bad, she went through 3 back scratchers in 1 month. 3. She bought the telescopic one, the bamboo one, even got that fancy one shaped like a hand. None of them worked. She was scratching in church. Pastors up there like, and the Lord said, and my auntie in the back like, everybody turning around like, Sister Barbara, you good? Yeah, I'm blessed, just itchy. Come to find out, her liver enzymes were through the roof. See, when your liver ain't filtering right, all these chemicals called bile salts start building up in your blood. And bile salts are irritating, bro. They're like that one person in the group chat who keeps tagging you in stuff you don't care about. Your nerves are like, bro, stop. But the bile salts don't stop. They just keep flowing through your blood, poking your nerves like, hey, you itchy yet? How about now? Now. And that's why people with liver disease, whether it's hepatitis, cirrhosis, or primary biliary cholangitis, they be itching like crazy. No rash, just pure unfiltered itching everywhere. And here's the messed up part. Scratching don't even help. 'Cause the problem ain't on your skin, it's in your blood. So you scratching and your body's like, that's cute. Anyway, here's more itching. It's disrespectful, honestly. Alright, so we talked about the liver being petty. Now let me tell you about the kidneys. Your kidneys are supposed to filter your blood and get rid of waste, right? But when they stop working properly, like if you got chronic kidney disease, your blood starts looking like a storage unit, just full of junk. We got urea, we got phosphates, we got all types of stuff that should have been peed out, but now it's just floating around causing problems. And one of those problems? Itching. I had a patient once, cool dude, loved fishing, and he told me the itching was so bad, he couldn't even hold his fishing rod without stopping every 2 minutes to scratch. He said, and I quote, "Doc, the fish are getting away 'cause I'm over here scratching like I got fleas." Bro was losing money because his kidneys were snitching. That's wild. And it's not just him. Studies show that up to 40% of people on dialysis deal with severe itching. 40%! That's almost half. Imagine going to get your blood cleaned 3 times a week and still coming home itchy. That's like going to the car wash and your car coming back dirtier. Unacceptable. Now, before y'all start panicking like, oh no, my liver, my kidneys. I scratched my arm yesterday, am I dying? Relax, you're probably fine. But for real, itching can come from a bunch of things. Allergies, dry skin, diabetes, thyroid problems, even stress. Your body is complex, bro. Sometimes you're itching because you're stressed and your body's like, I don't know how to process this emotion, so let's just itch instead. And don't even get me started on skin conditions. Eczema, psoriasis, hives, all of those will have you looking like you're fighting invisible ninjas. You just in your room. Hiya, take that itch, and that. Your roommate walks in like, you good, bro? Yeah, just fighting my epidermis. But here's the thing, most of those you can see. There's a rash, there's redness, there's dry patches, but when you're itching all over with nothing visible, that's when you gotta pay attention. That's your body's group chat notification going off like, yo, check on me. So let's wrap this up with some real talk. When should you actually be concerned about itching? If you got a mosquito bite, you're fine. Scratch away. If you wore a new shirt and it's making you itchy, take it off and wash it. You're good. But if you've been itching for weeks with no explanation, no rash, no bites, nothing, and especially if you're also feeling tired, losing weight without trying, or your pee looks darker than usual, yo, go see a doctor, for real. 'Cause that could be your liver, your kidneys, your thyroid, or even something like lymphoma. And I'm not trying to scare you, but I am trying to keep it real with you. Your body don't send signals for no reason. Think of it like this. When your car makes a weird noise, you don't just turn up the radio louder and ignore it, right? Actually, some of y'all do exactly that. But you shouldn't. 'Cause that weird noise might mean your engine's about to blow. Same thing with your body. That itch might be saying, hey, something's not filtering right. Something's not working right. Can you check on this? And look, I get it. Doctor appointments are annoying. Nobody wants to sit in a waiting room for 45 minutes just to be told to drink more water. But when your body's talking to you, you gotta listen. 'Cause at the end of the day, you only get one body, one liver, one set of kidneys, and they work hard for you every single day. So when they're asking for help, it's only right that you show up for them. All right, y'all. That's it for today's episode of Biomedtainment. I hope you learned something. I hope you laughed. And I really hope you stop ignoring that itch that's been bothering you for 3 months. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you like, subscribe, drop a comment, and tell your friends. And if you got a wild itching story, drop it in the comments. I want to hear about it. Next week, we're talking about why your stomach makes those embarrassing noises at the worst possible times. You know the ones. We're getting into it. Until then, this is Taka reminding you. Your body's smarter than you think, so listen to it. Unless it's telling you to eat an entire pizza at 2 a.m. Ignore that one. Peace.